Welcome to the kitchen. Today we're going to make gluten-free dried blueberry and cranberry granola bars. And how we're going to make this gluten-free is that we're using Trader Joe's gluten-free rolled oats. These are certified gluten-free because they're manufactured on equipment that is specifically for oats. The reason why most other oats, Quaker oats, cannot be certified is that they're manufactured on equipment that is also used in the manufacturing of wheat, and that is cross-contamination. So therefore, you need to make sure that what you get is certified gluten-free. Okay, so we're going to make our granola bars using cranberries, wild blueberries, white chocolate chips. We're going to drizzle the top with a little bit of the semi-sweet chocolate chips. We've got honey and vanilla butter and light brown sugar. So let me get my mise en place ready and I'll show you how to make this. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can bring you more recipes. Thank you. I'm getting my mise en place together for our recipe, and I'm going to use this entire container of honey. It's 1 pound of honey, and it actually only yields 1 1/3 cups. So I had originally written 1 1/2, so it's 1 1/3 cups of honey, or 1 pound of honey. Now, when we're doing this, these cranberries are, a little moist, but they were from a package that was already open. So I'm going to rehydrate them, and how we rehydrate them is we're going to put them in a Pyrex or a microwave safe dish, cover it with water and microwave it for 2 minutes, strain it, and then pat it dry with a paper towel. Now these wild berries, these two, now these are even almost like rock hard. These two I'm going to rehydrate. If when you get your ingredients, they are really moist, you don't need to rehydrate them. But if they are on the dry side, always rehydrate them because you're putting them back into the oven, baking with the oats. And by the end of you're gonna have rock hard dried fruit in your granola bar. All right, I just took our oats out of the oven. You can see there's a light golden brown color on it, and we don't want to get it any more than that because we're gonna cook it all together again. And I rehydrated our dried blueberries, our cranberries. We have our white chocolate chips ready, and over here in our pot we have our butter, honey, and light brown sugar. We're gonna put it on low heat and then melt that all together. And when it's melted, we're going to stir it all together and then drizzle it over all of our ingredients in this large bowl. All right, our mixture has completely melted. This is the honey, butter, and brown sugar. We're going to take it off the stove, and to it I'm going to add our 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And this is just cheap imitation extract. Vanilla is very expensive right now, so by all means just use the imitation. That's fine. And just stir it in. Keep your white chips out of the granola at the moment because you don't want it to melt. This is still hot, it just came off the stove. I have the wild blueberries and cranberries in here, so we're gonna stir this all together and get it very well coated. So scrape out all of the mixture from the pot and then just stir, get everything coated. All right, now I let this cool off. I've been stirring that and I let it cool off for a couple minutes because we don't want the white chocolate chips to melt into the mixture. And we're just gonna fold those in, and once we get them all folded in, we're gonna put it into our prepared baking tray here, which is lined with parchment paper. I did spray it with nonstick cooking spray as well, so that hopefully it won't stick. And then we're gonna bake it in a 325-degree oven until it is golden brown. It should be like maybe 25 minutes, so we're gonna check on it. And we just wanna spread this out in an even layer along the bottom of the pan. And it smells wonderful. You can smell the honey, and the heat has released the flavors, and the smell of the cranberry and blueberries. This really actually smells very, very good. All right, so we'll get that completely spread out and then put it into the oven. Here we go, I just got this out of the oven, and you can see it's a nice golden brown. I don't know if you can hear, it's still sort of like even sizzling and bubbling. So we're gonna let that cool, and we gotta let it cool long enough so that we can actually pull this out and then slice up the granola bars. All right, so remove it from the pan. I use the parchment paper to help take it out. and have it on a cutting board. And now we're just gonna cut nice sized bars. If you wanna make them square, you can make them square, thin, fat, any size you like. I'm gonna make these into kind of thinnish squares because I just wanna be able to hand it out to some people, so I need to make it stretch. But like, let's say if you're making these for yourself on a hiking trip or something, you might wanna cut a bigger one. Then after I get them all cut, I'm gonna drizzle it with some chocolate. Here I have 2 of our squares of our granola bar, and they still are pretty crumbly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them in the chocolate. I've melted the chocolate, I put some in a piping bag, and I'm gonna put a layer of chocolate on the bottom, and hopefully that chocolate layer, sort of like a chocolate dipped granola bar, that'll help keep this more uniform. See, like it's already crumbled into there. So you just wanna dip them in and have a little coating of chocolate on the bottom, and that'll help keep it together. Probably if I continue experimenting with this recipe, I'm probably not gonna add so much of the honey because that seemed to be a little too much, and it's not holding it together as best as it can. And then just take your cornet of chocolate and drizzle it over the top, and there you go. You have these beautiful granola bars with chocolate on top, chocolate dipped granola bars with wild blueberries and cranberries, and it's just absolutely delicious. So I hope you enjoyed seeing how to make them, and we'll make them at home for your family. Take care, everybody. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. For more recipe demonstrations, please click like and subscribe to Chef Victoria Loves YouTube channel and have fun in the kitchen. Thank you.